Buenos dias, my friends, and welcome to rural Paraguay. Paraguay is a country I've always been fascinated with in the fact that I didn't know anything about it. And it's one of the more random places that people talk about in South America. Most people who go to South America never go, and South Americans also typically don't come here. So when that's kind of the highlight of a place, you know I'm interested in it. So today we're taking a look at Aregua. It's a small area outside of the capital city of Asuncion, about 40 minutes by car. And it's just very different. So I can't wait to show you guys what's going on here. And today we're starting at Castillo Carlota Palmerola. It was a castle built by this sort of very eccentric family in a very strange style. And they've just kind of done their own thing here. So I'm gonna show you some stuff in the house and we're gonna get it. Let's do it, vamos. I'm now at the top of this house, church, also like small castle situation. And I think the main part is like, Paraguay is very random. That's the first thing that I notice about this country. I really like Paraguay. I think the culture they've developed here, specifically in the beautiful jungles of the central Chaco region of South America, is particularly interesting. But it seems like they always have like random stuff going on based on who was here, who had money, who stayed. And it's just this strange conglomeration of things. So this is the top of the castle. You just let people walk up here. And you've got a definitely like homage to Christianity here. You have a bunch of other nice villas down here. A place where it seems like some nuns are living. And then a chapel, I guess, which is tucked in over here. It reminds me a little bit actually of my time in Vietnam, where you have this very big contrast between the like jungle interior and then you have these sort of colonial buildings that were built in the 1850s to like 1890s in this very particular style. And they're very much fading because the rain and the weather in this region takes a serious toll on this area. And now it's a little tourist attraction. Also, this building has some of the highest ceilings I probably have ever seen in a very normal building for like a family. We're down here and you can see this is the staircase up, and this is all one ceiling, and this is the same in every room. I think this place really embodies the spirit of Paraguay quite well. And I'll say that because Paraguay was really a monastery colony in the middle of a very desolate part of South America. Not desolate meaning not like, no, you can't grow things, but just desolate in the fact that not a lot of people lived out here besides nomadic tribes of Guarani people and small villages. So the whole goal was like to send these serious hardline Christians and Catholics from the Spanish Empire out here to convert people, which is why maybe you end up with sort of these eccentric families that ended up staying and building castles in this sort of dense jungle, like temperate jungle area, and starting their own sort of monastic societies. It's really random. You see a lot of weird last names in Paraguay. You see a lot of like British last names with Spanish first names, like a very famous Paraguayan guy. His name is Juan O'Higgins. Very weird. Irish last name with a Spanish first name. And you see a lot of Germans. You see a lot of particular immigrants. And you know, a lot of people, of course, they go to places that are connected to the when they immigrate, they go to places that are connected to the ocean. But some people made the journey all the way out here to old Paraguay, which is thousands of kilometers from the ocean and highly disconnected as being one of South America's two landlocked nations. Very random. I can feel the rain coming, so I hope I don't get stranded out in rural Paraguay. All right, so moving on. That place was okay. It was a little bit weird. You know, it's like a little walk back in time of a very strange, I don't know, like South America is weird. There's all these weird like connections in this society. It's sort of like the United States where it's like immigrants doing weird things in weird parts of the country, and you end up with like Amish people in Pennsylvania or Amish people in like Belize. And I think that happens here in Paraguay too. So, you know, there's like all of these old remnants of things that no longer work. Like this is the old rail station here. And they even have the old train cars that used to take whatever the Paraguayans were transporting like 150 years ago or 100 years ago out here. And here they are, just completely defunct. But honestly, I love stuff like this. It's really like, it's really old school. I love this faded glory, as I always call it. And here in Paraguay, it seems to be lots and lots of faded glory. Paraguay is also unique because I would say, although Paraguay is one of the poorer countries in South America, I would say it feels a lot less poor than Brazil, for example. So I think the quality of life probably here isn't as high as far as like some people earning a bunch of money, but a lot of people are doing okay. So, I mean, these are like very, I don't even know exactly what this is, La Cruta, Hogar de Gente de Bien, so a wellness center for people. Clearly it's defunct and doesn't work. But I noticed a lot of the houses are low. They seem to be well taken care of. Obviously this one is a bad example. But overall, the streets in Paraguay, a lot of them are cobblestone. A lot of people put the trash out in front of their houses like this. In the more rural areas, I mean, you know, this is like a little bodega where you can drink some beer. Oh my God, it's almost my initials right there, PBJ. And I don't know, like it's just a very chill place to do things. I don't know, there's this sort of calm that I think comes with like Southeast Asia. I find this a lot in the smaller towns that I didn't necessarily find in places like in like Argentina nearly as much, or in Chile. There was a lot more like visual poverty, and I don't think Paraguay necessarily has that, which is good for Paraguay. So my goal here is not to just walk aimlessly through rural Paraguay. We're actually heading to one of the bigger inland rivers, inland lakes they have here. But I wanted to show you guys this cool old bus that they're using. I mean, how old school is all this transportation? You have the Aregua SA. You can actually see the battery of the bus hanging out the side. And you have just like, I don't know, they have like a whole different style. These things are like straight out of like 1975, and they normally paint them, which is like the coolest part. So they have painted in the Paraguayan colors. And clearly there are some people headed where I'm going, hopefully. It's 30 cents to get on the bus. Crazy. Oddly enough, to go into this place, you have to buy a ticket, and you have to pay 20 cents, 30 cents. But it doesn't make sense because it's like they're, I don't know, why would they give you a paper? It seems wasteful. So this is it. We're on the boardwalk now. This is where the Paraguayans go to have fun. All right. I'm guessing I'm here not in a prime time, but you know, they have ice cream. Look at that popcorn. Yes. Hello. They've got all these little kids behind me with like funny cowboy hats, and the horses dressed up ridiculously. I don't really want to stop because I don't want to give them money to take a picture of their horse, but I don't know, it's kind of cute. So now I will present to you the Lago Ipa. This is a pretty decent sized inland lake here in south central Paraguay, and it's like on a river plain, so they've got also like, you know, like water with plants and stuff. It's very nice. I'm guessing on the summertime this place is probably super packed. I'm here in the end of May, so obviously this is the winter down here. So got a very cloudy sky and a very not busy very not busy situations. I think maybe, I mean, they even have boats down over here, so maybe they use those during the summer, but during the winter, you just get super grown in. So this is their little center of town here. We've got some people behind me selling like cotton candy. We got a couple little stores, really rainy, shitty road. Someone selling churros down there. And then, I don't know, this really reminds me of Asia. This doesn't look like South America, at least the South America that I've seen so far. I like the street food thing. They got the little place for taxis. And then they have like over here, some serious knickknacks that you can buy. Clearly it's somewhat of a tourist attraction here because they have so many different knickknacks and bowls and cups and little figurines and stuff. Also, everything ceramic that you could possibly imagine. And there's just rows and rows of this stuff. You need little gooses or things. Hola, buenas. You need some like Disney figurines. I mean, it's over here too. Very weird. I think these are all handmade too, which is kind of cool. I respect that. I'm really not sure who's coming to this area and being like, today I need a large pig man or like a ceramic SpongeBob. Very, very random. Maybe the most random stuff I've seen being sold maybe anywhere in the world. How weird is this stuff? These streets just keep going and going with this ceramic work. And then over here they have an homage to all the old tires or something. Guys, this is the most random place I've been in a really long time. So, there's nothing left to do but eat some food in this very, very al fresco part of Paraguay. So, this is the restaurant. You got the halfway painted room. You got little things. This place is called El Sabor de la Vida Comedor, which is the place to eat, you know, restaurant. The taste of life. The taste of life. I like it. They have the large glass bottle sodas that you never see in the United States over here. So big glass bottles right here. Very cool actually. And down here it seems to have some traditional Paraguayan food. All right, so the food has arrived and I've got some traditional Paraguayan treats. So first we have something called estofado de carne. It's something like beef with tomato, with rice, with some onion over, over some rice. You can also get this over pasta. Pretty traditional stuff. And this is what they're calling chipa guasu. It's a corn cake with Paraguayan cheese, squishy and delicious. Alright, so first we're gonna try the estofado. Pretty basic, humble food, I have to say. Savory sauce, nice piece of meat. Pretty simple. It seems like a lot of the Paraguayan food is very kind of like humble, kind of farmer food. Things that are cheap and easy to make. Things that are also like, for example, this was like $2 for the plate. Very, very cheap, but very, very tasty as well. I think they have to do a lot with a little, which I respect. That's the way it should be. The next thing we have, the chipa guasu. I cut a nice little piece here, and we're gonna give it a try. This is one of the most famous dishes here in Paraguay. Chipa is something like made out of corn flour and sometimes manioca. And the guasu, I'm not exactly sure what it means, but they always put the Paraguayan cheese in here. So it smells like it's kind of like a cornbread, I would say. It's like creamy. It's not super like rough like an American cornbread, and it has like bits of corn in there. You can kind of taste the cheese, not so much, but I like it. Big fan, big fan. All right, that went super well. Lunch was super tasty. Everything in there delightful. They have little houses over here. This is El Comedor Sabores de la Vida, Tastes of the World. And I was talking to a really nice couple in there, just some locals who were eating lunch, and they don't get a lot of tourists out here, probably from the English-speaking world. So it was funny because they gave me a little gift and they gave me some recommendations on what else to see. But I got this, some little ladybug ceramics. So they just explained that lots of artisans live in this area, which is why there's so many ceramics. And this is for putting plants in or hanging on your wall. So there you go. The people of Paraguay, I have to say, the food in Paraguay is fantastic. The people in Paraguay are also fantastic. Everyone here has been super friendly and super nice. And it's super safe too. I mean, this is one of the safest, they were saying this is one of the safest countries in South America. And they said, be careful in Colombia, as that's the last place I'm going. The last place we're heading to now is the local church of Aregua. But here you can see again, it's just a city full of ceramics. And parrots. Ooh. All right. Buenas. I was told dos cuadras, which means 2 blocks, y dos cuadras a la derecha, 2 more blocks to the right. Oh my god. That guy faked pulling out a gun and it scared the shit out of me. It was just his phone. I have no idea why he did that. That was not cool, I have to say. Like, nicest Paraguayan guy, and then that. I don't know what that was about. So here it is, the church on the hill. You got the sign Aregua and the beautiful, probably Catholic church up there. They also have a strawberry here because this is known as a very famous strawberry growing area with delicious things for both home use and export to the rest of this place. I also really like this street art. You can see the strawberry fields with the women, kind of native looking women, people playing music, learning, building, and then up top here is the church. That's all very cool. You got some national outfits down here. It's a really cool one, actually. I was trying to ask that kid why the buses were so specific, but this bus is on a different level. You got the American flag, you got the eagle, different flags. It's crazy. So much swagger. They even have Bart Simpson on the side of that bus. Here we go. The church up on the hill. You have the half-mast Vatican flag. You have the Paraguayan flag. You have some kind of decrepit looking children's toys. Ah, I see what's going on here. I'm not sure you guys are gonna be able to see in the video, but standing right here, you can see just the little poke outs of the lake. It was very pretty. If there was no trees, you could see the lake really well, but it's hard to see. In this case, I assume it's closed. And oddly enough, this seems like the one the one sort of graffiti that shouldn't be on the walls in these kind of places. Not super respectful. Doesn't it seem odd that a church would be locked on a Sunday? It's quite strange. But in here, you guys can kind of see what's going on. So I think that's gonna do it for our day trip to the very random Aregua, Paraguay. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, it helps me out. And we will see you guys in Colombia. Hasta luego, mi amigos.